It's Patrick here once again. It's been a while. In this video, we are going to design how a church marriage conference flyer. I'm using Adobe Photoshop version 2020. So to waste my time, let's get started. So as you can see here, I've already set my gradient. I've set my gradient, and the size that I'm using can go to image and image size. I'm using 17.7 by 20.3. That's the size I am using. So I have already set up my gradient. So if you want to set up your gradient, you go to gradient fx, you go to your gradient, then you set up your gradient. For me, I've already set up my gradient. Fx gradient. So you can set up the gradient here. So when you come to this place, when you click here, you can see the color code here. So you can pick the color code, then you set up the gradient yourself. Cancel. When you come to this side too, you can see the color code also here. The color code I use, you can see it also. You can copy and set up the gradient. So after you are done, then you click OK. Then you set it to radial, and the angle you use 90 degrees. You come here, then set it to radial, and the angle you set it to 90 degrees. Thank you. So these are the information I'm excuse me these are the information I'm going to use for the flyer. So this is the church name, Goshen Ministries. This is the church name. So I'll copy the church name here and copy, then use my text tool, set it to white, paste, and Control V. This is the Poppies. So the font name is Popping. I'll set a link there. If you want to download the same font, I'll set a link there for you to design, for you to download the same font. Thank you. So Goshen Ministries, Tesano branch. The branch is Tesano, so I'll copy the Tesano branch to copy, and I'll paste that one to Control V. Then I will set it to 10. I don't want it to be extra bold. Sorry. So I reduce it small and bring it here small. Okay, I think it's cool for me. Yeah, it's cool for me. So let's go. So I'll come here for the church logo, then I'll bring it here. That's the church logo, Goshen Ministries. That's the logo of the church. So I'll take my rectangular tool, then I'll draw a small line here. Thank you. So we are done with our church name. So I'll come here, then I'm using this flower I'm using this flower as a background. I'll set a link there for you to download the same flower if you want to download the same flower. So I'll drag it here. Yes, so I'll drag the flower here. So as you can see, it's on top of where I set my gradient. My background is on top of it, so you put it on top of the background. Then so I'll set it here, and I'll come to opacity. Then I'll reduce the opacity to 45% is okay for me. I don't know how you want it, but for me 45% is okay for me. Yeah, 45% is okay for me. As you can see, I have set a layer mask here. Yes, I've set a layer mask because I want the edge to be smooth, so I've set a layer mask. So you can also set your layer mask, give a layer mask. I can delete the layer mask. Yes, you see, when I delete the layer mask, you see there is an edge. The edge is here, you can see it. So I don't want that one, so I'll give a layer mask and set the color to black. Take my brush tool, set the brush size, then I will erase everything. The size is small, so I will erase the edges, as you can see. Yes, thank you. So that's how, if you also want to set a layer mask, that's how you can do it. Yes, so I'm done. Let's go to the information. So the program is about marriage, singles and married conference. That's the name of the program, single and married conference. So I will copy the single first. Let me check my pen drive. I have some pictures. The pictures I'm going to use, I have it here. So let me check on my pen drive. Yes, the pictures I've set. So let's go to our file, singles and married conference. So I will copy the singles, then take my tool here, then copy. So this is the singles, and I'll give it a color white. I'll give it a white color, please. Yes, I like it this way. Then I will want to italic it. Yes, this is okay for me. Then I'll choose impact. Impact, I think everybody using Photoshop, impact is a default font on the Photoshop software. So impact is a default font, and maybe machine, if you have your Photoshop on your machine, impact is a, yeah, it's a default font. Symbols. Okay, see, I'll copy this one. The short is Control J. I'll copy, then I'll drag it down. I'll go to my information area, then copy the married to. I'll copy the married, copy, then highlight this one, then paste it. Yes, married. Then I'll drag this one here small, a little bit. Sure. I'll drag this one here, copy, then reduce the size more. I think it's okay for me. I'll reduce the size more. Yeah. I will reduce the size more. Yeah. Then I'll bring this one here. Sure, I'll bring this one here. Then go and copy the end to here. Copy, Control J. I'll drag it down. Then highlight, Control V, paste. Then I'll make this one small. I think it's okay for me. Then I'll drag it here. So singles and married conference. Yeah, I think this is okay for me. Yes, this is okay for me. So I'll come here. I'm using this icon. I will set a link for you to download. I will bring this icon here, make it small. Sure, I'll make it small. Yes, and I'll bring my conference. I'll copy my conference. I'll copy this one. That's Control J, the short form photocopy, Control J. Then I'll highlight the married, the Control V, and paste the conference. Yeah, I think this one is okay for me, and I'll change the font style to Poppins. Change the font style to Poppins. Yes, semi bold. I think semi bold is okay for me. And I'll reduce the size. I'll reduce the size more. Singles and married conference. So I'll change the color of this one. I'll come here. Sorry, I'll change the color of this one. Let's say I'll use yellow. Yes, I'll use change this color and FX. Then I'll give it a shadow. Give it a shadow. Sure, I'll give it a shadow. I think this is okay for me. Then match edition. Match edition. I'll copy this one. I'll copy the conference tool. Then I'll paste that one. The match edition. Then I'll reduce the font style and give it white. Yes, then I will use the font style again. Sure, I think it's okay for me. Okay for me. Let me the conference. Sure, I want to spacing the space between the text. Yeah. So okay, so I think this is cool. So we are going to our theme for the program. So the theme is here, love beyond and forever. So for the theme, I will draw a rectangle here. Sure, I think it's okay for me. I'll draw a rectangle here. I will draw a rectangle here. Then if you come to fill, I'll put it to 0. Oh, sorry, I put it to 0. Then FX stroke. Let me. Okay, I think this is okay for me. Then go to FX stroke. Then reduce the size of the stroke size. Then I think I'm using this is okay for me. 15. Let me use 15. Yes, 15 is okay for me. Then I'll go to drop shadow. Then I'll give it a shadow. I'll give it a shadow. I'll spread it more. Then the size, I think the size is okay for me. Sure. Then level, and I'll emboss it small. Yes, I have to emboss it small. Emboss it small. Then the shadow again. I have to reduce the size more. I think it's okay for me. Sure. So I'll go to shadow. So drop shadow here, and stroke. Let's see, let me check inside and see. No, I think outside is okay for me. then drop shadow. Let me check the shadow. If okay, so take your rectangle again, then you draw a rectangle here once again. So we go to FX, gradient overlay. No, I don't want this one. I've set this gradient here, so I want this gradient. So for you to set that gradient, yellow gradient, when you go to gradient and create this one, you come here, click this one, click the color code is there, you can use it. You come here to you click this one, the color code is here, you can use the color code. Then you click OK. When you click OK, you can then you set it to come to style, and you choose radial. On the radial, the angle you choose 90 degrees, and for the scales 125. Thank you. So I think it's okay for me. Windows, my navigator. Yes, I want to use a navigator. Okay, my navigator. So then my theme. So this is our theme that you're going to use. So give a shadow. Reduce it small. So let's go for our theme. Love beyond and forever. A fryer. Is it on your phone? No, you don't please. But what if I want to do it? Or you have to do it yourself? Please hold on, I can. So guys, let's continue. Sorry, somebody came to see me. So let's continue. So we are on our theme. So we go to love beyond and forever. Copy, paste it here. Reduce the font size. And 1 Corinthians 13 verse 12. Copy this one, drag it down. Copy this one, drag down. So another one. So this one, the greater greatest is love. This one, I'll drag it here. Give the font size a little. Okay, so I'll give this color. I think this color will suit me. So this is the color I've given it to. So love beyond and forever. That's our theme. 2 Corinthians 13:12. So we are done with our theme. So now the location. I have to bring a location icon. Yes, a location. So the location. Come here. I have my location icon here. I downloaded it from the internet. I'll put it in a link for you to download. So this is the location icon. I'll have to remove the white background. So I will go to FX. I have to remove the background before I'll change the color. So to remove the background, I'll go to Magic Eraser tool. Or you can press E on your keyboard. Will bring the Magic Eraser tool. So I will erase the white background magically. So after removing the background, I have to change the color. So FX, color overlay. Then I'll come here. Then I'll select this yellow color. Yes, I want this color. So this is okay for me. So I'll set my location. So I'll come here, Vision International Ministries. I'll copy, bring my tool, I'll paste it here. I don't want it to be capital letters, so I'll type it again. So pushing international ministries. Okay, so I will delete this one because I don't want capital letters. I will delete this one. Then I'll bring this one here. The font is big, so I think this is okay for me. Then I'll change it to white. Vision International Ministries. I'll reduce it small. So I'll come here, I'll copy this one. So I'll type my text tool, press enter on my keyboard, and I'll paste this one. So I have to space in them. So I'll come here, then I'll space them. Okay, I think this is okay for me. So I'll bring my GPS address. I'll copy my GPS address. and I'll paste it here. Sorry. So I'll give the color this yellow color, then I'll paste it here. I'll paste my GPS address here. Yes, I think it's good for me. So let me push this one to the top so that I can get some space. So we are going to our RSVP. So let's come here for our RSVP. So I'll copy this number, copy. So I will draw a rectangle. I will draw a rectangle here. I'll set a gradient. I've already set the gradient there, and I've shown you how to set the gradient. So I'll go to my gradient overlay. I have my gradient there already, so automatically it will pick. Automatically it will pick because I have my gradient here. Okay, I like this one. So I'll paste my number here, then I'll bring it here. So I don't want the mode, I'll change it to this one. So I'll give it a shadow. Okay, I will type my RSVP, then I will bring it here. I'll bring it here, and I'll reduce the font. Okay, so it's time for me to bring my pictures. It's time for me to bring my pictures. So I will draw a rectangle. I will draw a rectangle here. Set the properties to, so I have clicked this one. So when I click here, it will automatically select all the edges. But when you remove this one, then when you choose, that means it will select only this place, only where it's going, that place. But I don't want that one, so I'll select this one, then so that it can affect all the edges. Yes, so let's go on this one. So I'll copy that one and drag it down. So I'll give a stroke, a white stroke. It's big for me, so I think this is okay for me. Size of 9, and I'll give a small shadow. I'll give a small shadow here. So I want the same thing to appear on this one. So I will right click on this one, then come to copy layer style. So I'll copy the layer style and click on this one. Then I'll right click on this one again and paste layer style. So the stroke and the shadow I give to the first one would automatically appear on this one too. So let's bring our pictures. So I'll open my drive. I'll right click on it and create a triple mask. I'll mask it inside. Yes, I think this is okay for me. So I'll select that rectangle again. I'll draw a rectangle. Then I'll select this color. Then I will bring it on top of the picture. Yes, so that I'll get it here. So I'll select this one, and I'll go and bring this picture here. Right click, a clipping mask. Then I'll reduce the size of the picture. Reduce the size of the picture. The same, I will take my rectangle tool, draw a rectangle, give this color, right click, and a clipping mask again. Yes, so it will go inside the rectangle we created. So the name, George Bokosi. So I will drag this rectangle a little bit. Okay. So Prophet Bokosi overseer. So I'll choose this color here. So I will select all of them. Your shift key to select all of them, then you copy, then bring them down here. Yes. So you change the first one to counselor. Daniel Kofi. So I'll come here, and I'll add PST dot, and the PSD dot, I'll make it thin. I'll change the font to thin. Okay. Then the general overseer, I'll change it to speaker. Okay, we are done with our pictures. So now the date and the time. We're done with our pictures, so date and time. I'll take my rectangle tool again. Then I'll draw a rectangle tool here. I'll draw a rectangle tool here. Then my properties, as I told you, I'll choose this one. Press my shift key. Okay. Then I'll go to my gradient. I've set the gradient already, so gradient is there already for me. Yes. #25 to 27th. Change it to white color. Then I will bold it. So I'll choose this bold. I'll change it to this bold. Then I'll give a shadow. FX drop shadow. So I'll drop a shadow. then control the sharpness, and if I'm okay with it, then I click OK. So March 2022. So I will do it. Let's say this is the previous file I did. So let's say 25th, 27 July. July 2022. I will bring it down here. I will drop a shadow. So I will put this one to the top. So I'll take my rectangle tool, and I'll draw a small rectangle in the middle of them, a small line. This is okay for me. So Friday, I'll copy this one and I'll drag it here. Sunday. Okay. So for our time, Friday, so I told you I'll copy that one. I'll drag it down. I'll copy it again. I will drag it down. Okay, so I'll change the second one to Sunday. Then I'll change this one to Sunday. This one is Sunday rather. And this one will be Saturday. draw a rectangle here. See, this is okay for me. Then I'll round my rectangle here. So I'll set a gradient. I've set my gradient already, so automatically it will set it for me. So here, and I'll copy Ctrl J. I'll drag it down here. Ctrl J. I'll drag this one to down here. Yes. So the time is 6 o'clock p.m. I'll give this color here. Okay, so I will copy. I will copy. PM. Yes. So this is how our flyer is going to look like. Please don't forget to subscribe for our next video. Don't forget to subscribe for our next video. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share the video. Thank you very much. So this is a single and married conference. Single and married conference March edition. March edition. So this is how I use a red background just because it's talking about love. It's talking about marriage. So red represents love. So that's the reason why I use the red color. So we are done with our listening. So I will select the first one, come down here, press shift and select it again, select all of them, then Ctrl G, you group all of them. So after grouping all of them, you create Ctrl Shift Alt E to make them one. Ctrl Shift Alt E to make them one. So you see when I close this one, you see this one is here. So now they are one file, as you can see. So after that, you go to filter, camera raw filters. I'm using 2020 Adobe Photoshop camera raw filters to give it a brightening of our design to look beautiful, more beautiful. Yeah. So let's wait for our camera raw filters so that yes, so it's here. So my vibrance, get started. So my vibrance, I will come here, then make it, yes, I think this is okay for me. It's here, yes. Then I'll come to contrast and yes, oh, then shadow, give it a shadow. I think yes, I like this one. Then I'll click OK. Yes, this is okay for me. Thank you very much for your time. Small, small, we will both get there. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please forget to like the video. Don't forget to share the video. Thank you very much. It's Patrick here once again. Thank you very much.